Welcome to Picture This, the Nazi-hating show, and sometimes we talk about movies. My name is Alex, and my drink of choice is the rum and coke. With me is Jack, who couldn't possibly drink at Rick's.
Unfortunately.
Okay. But don't worry, drinking for two is Adelaide Spence.
I was prepared to put Coho in for that.
I have kiwi strawberry iced tea.
And here, drunk, probably, is Caleb Coho.
So
Matthew Chen could not be here. He is currently
being cooler than us.
I was going to say grubbing for those sweet leaks.
He's lobbing Kevin Feige's knob.
He was at Hall H for the Marvel panel. He's cooler than all of us.
He refuses to share deets. That's not true, probably.
He gave them all to me last night while y'all went.
Don't worry, he gave it all to you last night. Cool. So we watched a movie. It was called Casablanca. I know where most of you fall on this scale, but there is one holdout. There is one who we could know more from. And we will now go to that someone for the plot recap because we have to do that.
We have to do that first. The year is 1941. The country is not called Casablanca, which is what I thought it was for a long time. We are in a town where people are stuck because Hitler is a dick and wants to kill people. In this town of Casablanca, there's a guy named Rick Blaine who owns Rick's Cafe American. And you can gamble there, which makes it pretty fucking cool. He started his own club with blackjack, but no hookers. Lame. He's like, yo, I'm neutral in all things, but the dude takes sides. He helped Ethiopia. He fought against Hitler in little ways. He's a good dude, maybe. And then there's this creepy fucking guy named Peter Lorre. I don't remember his character. His name's Peter Lorre. Comes walking in bug-eyed. Fucking dude's eyes are so creepy. Comes in and he's just like, oh, look at me. I'm like King Julian, but I'm not King Julian. I'm a human. I'm a human lemur. And he's like, yo, I can get you in and out of the country. And I'm not good. And no one will get me. And you should be in on this scheme with me, Rick. And as he says that, motherfucker gets arrested. And then he dies in custody, telling people that Rick has the letters, apparently. So Rick is hanging out, and of all the gin joints in all the world, she had to walk into his. It's Ilse Lund. Played by Ingrid Bergman, and she comes in and she comes up to pianist Sam and she's like, play as time goes by, and he's like, yes sir. And he plays it, and Rick comes over and he's like, you motherfucker, I said don't play the song. And then she's like, wazza, and he's like, wazza. And then Victor Laszlo comes in and he's like, wazza. He's the renowned fugitive of the Czech Republic, because that's the thing, being renowned from the Czech Republic. Anyway, they're like, we need letters to get to America, so then Laszlo can keep being a resistance fighter. And that's when Claude Rains walks in and he's like, nah, you ain't gonna go anywhere. Who else? Rick's rival's name is Ferrari. That's a cool thing. And then Laszlo comes in. He's like, let me buy those letters. And Rick's like, I'm not selling them. And then he's like, well, why not? And he's like, well, ask your wife. And then a bunch of people come in, start fucking singing some German bullshit. And then the band leader looks at Rick and he's like, yeah, play whatever they want. So Laszlo starts singing. And then everyone gets super patriotic about being Nazis. And then Renault closes the club. And then Ilsa comes to find Rick. And he's like, I'm not giving you the letters. And she's like, I'll shoot you. And then she's like, I can't shoot you because I love you. And then we get a montage of them being in love in Paris. And then her hubby died. She thought her husband had died in a concentration camp. She was going to leave with Rick, and then found out that he was alive. Found out her husband was alive, and was like, "I can't stay. Gotta go. Bye." And he's like, "Wow, well, fuck you. Hate you." And then after he remembers all that, he's like, "You know what? I'll help. I'll help." Because he says that that she's gonna stay with him when Laszlo leaves. And then he shows up, and Rick has the waiter take Ilsa away, and Laszlo's like, "You're trying to fuck my wife. Well, why don't you just take the letters and get her to safety?" And then the police come in and get him, and Rick's like, "Yo, Renault, let him go, because you can set me up with possession of the letters." And Rick is like, "Me and Ilsa are leaving for America," and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna arrest Laszlo." And Rick's like, "Nah, you ain't." Pulls a gun. Got you, bitch. Gang. And then I'm trying to remember the rest of this plot. It all kind of goes. It kind of just goes and happens. Then
this plot recap has only entrenched me. I think you hated this movie.
So
I'm afraid now. The more you speak and the more monotone you get,
I don't like how long we waited to reveal
so
this.
then Rick
right
gets
with your
Ilsa on a plane to Lisbon with Laszlo, and he's like, you can't stay. And then Strasser shows up, and then Rick shoots him, and then the cops come, and Renault's like, round up the usual suspects. And then Rick is like, you should join the Free French in Brazzaville. And then they walks to the fog, and he's like, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, and that's the thing you remember. So it's the end of the movie. Gang. That's Casablanca. Was good.
So what do you think of it, Kyle?
Spectacular.
Would you like to know, weather person?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the show.
It's the fucking show. What is your rating? So I can actually.
We don't have to do that right now.
we don't. You know what? I agree. We don't. We have
I hate
several
this.
parts of the show.
I hate this.
You have several parts of the show. I was off board, but then now y'all are really nettled. So we're
So
gonna
let's
stay
go
on
ahead
board.
and do a couple podcasts then podcasts,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Let's go ahead and Spence, hit the song. Welcome to How Gay Was My Valley, the podcast and the podcast. How gay is Casablanca, Alex?
Not very.
Yeah,
It's,
not at all. Not gay at
pretty
all.
straight. It's actually
Pretty
aggressively
hetero.
straight.
Pretty hetero.
They're both both lead dudes are in love with the same woman, and at different and same points. And I don't think this movie has two female characters to string together.
But hear
The
me
two
out.
men have no interest in each other. In fact, they barely speak. They were like, "Hey, you were hitting on my wife," and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it was.
But hear me out. Everything Peter Lorre's in, a little fruity.
Is it?
Nope.
Yeah.
He's a walking lemur.
Lemurs are fruity. Have you seen Madagascar?
Only King Julian is fruity.
King Julian.
That's true. King Julian and Mort are both meh. But yeah, no, Casablanca decidedly not very gay. Jack, ranking please. Oh god.
My
Oh
wife.
god, no. Who let them here?
Okay, where are we putting Casablanca, Coho, and Spence?
Fucking low.
I would put it above Cimarron, below Zola.
I'm fine with that.
Coho, Alex.
Coho.
Fucking straighter than How Green Was My
sorry,
Valley,
I
honestly.
I would say it's straighter than How Green Was My Valley. It's straighter than or no, it's not. I'd say it's straighter than How Green Was My Valley, and not as gay as Cimarron.
What's gay about Cimarron?
Nothing.
Cimarron's pretty gay.
No.
Cimarron's pretty gay.
We're no
I think
gay.
Peter Lorre alone put us above Cimarron.
I
Peter
think
Lorre's not that gay.
okay, votes for putting it between Cimarron and Life of Emile Zola. Raise your hand.
Boom.
And
And here's the thing, and
votes
you guys
or not. Yeah, you're tied. Get fucked.
Yeah, but as host of the show,
Video
my vote
store,
counts
where are
twice
we
in a
putting it?
tiebreaker. I think I
Gayer
win.
than Cimarron or not as gay?
It's not gayer than Cimarron.
It's not gayer than Cimarron.
Cimarron.
Well,
Okay, let me.
we're tied, so the
Cimarron had
chat's
the tension
deciding,
between
so-
the two characters that were friends as when they were younger. This has no gay tension. Absolutely none.
I don't remember that part of Cimarron.
Okay, well, I'm right. Because I remember I actually go back and watch these shows occasionally to maintain a consensus opinion.
No.
The villain dude and the guy dude from Cimarron had like a very long charged chat. So what we're gonna do is we're
Okay,
gonna
fine,
put
I'll change my vote to
Casablanca.
below Cimarron.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Boo.
Video store took too long to respond, so we.
You didn't ask for their opinion.
Yes, I did.
I didn't fucking
I
hear
don't
that.
remember that.
Well, then you're deaf. I don't know what
Yeah.
to tell you.
All right, that's where that goes. Casablanca, not gay. Do better. What's next? What other? This is standout performer. Let's do like a harmless one.
Yeah.
I hear
Standout performer.
If any of you don't think it's Ingrid Bergman, you're on crack.
Oh, it's totally Ingrid Bergman.
Yeah,
who could even argue?
It's Ingrid Bergman.
All right.
Great. Let's
Yeah.
pull up the ranking. Congrats to
Hang on.
Ingrid Bergman.
And she's the best one. Like, she's the best one.
Like Humphrey Bogart, you did your best, but you're still like a B version of Clark Gable's character from Gone with the Wind. So how about you get out of the way? Thanks, Ingrid. Bring up the list.
Yeah, I am doing
Show
that.
me the rankings. dude.
Bring up the list.
I
It'll be a long
honestly
day.
think this is one of the strongest performances.
Oh, we're going all the way to the top.
Performances.
Oh,
Let's start top down for her. Top down
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, we're going all the way to the top, fam.
okay.
Where would you put her in terms of above or below Charles Law?
No, yeah, I'm thinking.
Out
I would
these
put her
four.
above Charles Lawton.
Raise
Anyone
your
else?
hand.
Above
Raise your hand
Charles.
if you put her above Charles Lawton immediately on the bounty.
Don't know.
I
Don't know
No.
about that.
So
I
put
would
her number
say
two.
probably the correct place is number 3.
I say
Raise your hand if you put her above Lionel Barrymore and you can't take it with you. There you go.
Cool.
Number two.
Number 2. So we've got
Congrats to Ingrid Bergman, who takes the number 2 spot on
Yeet.
the Yeats all the way.
there we go.
Rode that plane all the way to the number 2 spot.
Perfect. All right. Now the longer we drag this out, the more afraid I get.
Okay,
We have that
keep it
killing
going.
Nazis
For the
one.
love of God.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have
No,
the,
Jack,
we have the killing Nazis one.
Jack, hit the song.
Someone
Jack,
hit
hit
the
the
song.
song.
Jack hit the song for killing Nazis.
That's Josh.
There
Welcome
you
to Killing Nazis, the podcast within the podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Coho, and of course, we rank every film where Nazis are in fact murdered. Let's bring up that damn ranking. This one, set in World War II, means some Nazis get fucking shot, baby.
Yeet.
It's like
Um,
pretty anti-Nazi, this movie.
It's very anti-Nazi.
Also, this movie is the only one with
I would
actual
say-
Nazis in it.
I'd say
number one.
number one on
I
killing
think
Nazis.
it is absolutely number 1 because this one we actually see a Nazi get killed.
Oh, did I hear it?
And I think that's the first time in all of the movies so far where we see a Nazi get killed. It goes number 1.
Yeet.
Perfect. Any more lists that we have to take care of before
The
we
racism
get-
one.
Yeah, let's well, he's not here. Fuck. So in that case, Jack, hit the song.
Asian.
Welcome to $1 Million
Canceled.
Podcast.
Canceled.
Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Coho, the person most qualified to rank racism. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring up that damn list. How racist is Casablanca, Jack Pinchuk?
Honestly, not
fair.
that racist.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, how racist is Casablanca?
Not very, honestly. Like, there's a black guy in it, but he just has like a job that he apparently is well paid for and highly sought after. Someone offers to buy him, which I don't like, but I
But
mean,
then
no.
Rick shoots that down and says, I don't buy or sell.
hey,
human
how about
beings."
no? That's the weirdest thing I've heard all day. I don't know. We're going all the way to the top with this one.
No, at the bottom.
It's staying at the bottom. No, it's probably
Is it any more racist than You Can't Take It With You?
No. Casablanca is the least racist movie we watched for the show.
I
Cool.
agree.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
3. Therefore, it stays the last. place.
Has a black people, and that's it.
Oh, goodness.
Cool. I guess are there any other?
I am looking. I think that is it.
Oh, you know what
Yeah.
we could do? We could do extra credit.
No.
That's
that
completely
is
wrong.
wrong.
Let's do extra credit. Extra credit.
Right.
No,
Right.
Hit
Let's
the
do
song.
it.
no, that's at the end.
Extra
That's at the
credit.
fucking end. Time
Hit
for
the
ratings.
Extra credit.
Hit
It's time
Extra
for-
credit.
Me-
song.
Just
Hit the
reveal
song.
Hit
We're not gonna-
the song.
We're not
I
gonna
am
wait
the
for
host
the
of
clip.
this show.
Play
I will
the
log
clip,
into
Jack.
the other account.
Jack,
if I
play the
have
clip.
to.
There is a different content.
Jack, play the clip.
Extra credit.
Welcome to Extra Credit. Who watched Extra Credit movies today?
I didn't.
I did.
I didn't.
Who watched more? Because we can just.
Jack's the only one who watched it.
Oh, Jack watched. Okay, yeah. Go do the
So-
thing.
Oh,
Jack,
I'm the
what'd you
only one
watch?
that watched anything. Okay.
Jack, what'd you watch and is it good?
Most of them are pretty fucking good. Yeah.
God,
Let me
most of
pull
them.
up the list here real quick. And edit. Okay, there we
Just
go.
remembered a different way.
So-
It was fun.
So we'll start from the bottom up for we'll go from the bottom up for how much I like these movies. Very last place for extra credit movies I watched this week is a movie called Watch on the Rhine, which won the Academy Award for Best Actor this year. Honestly, don't totally get it. Last 30 to 40 minutes, great. Rest of the movie is a bit of a slog. Paul Lucas gives a strong performance, as does Betty Davis. Other than that, I got nothing really great to say about the film. It's pretty low, fairly low ranking for me, but it's still a solid war drama. Yes, it's a war drama. Shocking, I know. Let me just pull up the list here. See where we want to put it. Honestly, I put it... goodness. Honestly, I would put it just above Dark Victory.
Sure.
Any objections to that? No? Cool. It's above Dark Victory. Alrighty then. Our next extra credit film is The More the Merrier, a comedy directed by George Stevens, the man that in a few years will give us Shane. Which is a fantastic film. This, however, not so great. It's fun. Jean Arthur's in it. She's fun in it. I don't love Charles Coburn in it. I don't understand why he won Best Supporting Actor. It's good. It's not great. For those of you that don't know what this movie's about, Jean Arthur rents half of her apartment out to Charles Coburn, who then rents half of his half to, I can't remember the actor's fucking name, the other guy in this movie, who's actually probably better than Charles Coburn, but didn't get nominated. It's got some fun comedic moments, especially towards the end. It gets better the farther along in the story it goes, but overall, I don't have any desire to rewatch it. It's fine. It's nothing truly special. I think I'd put it just above Watch on the Rhine. I've got nothing really spectacular to say about it. More the merrier. Where's that? There it is.
You have anything else did you watch? You just watch those?
I've got 4 more movies.
Oh, holy fuck. Good for you, boy.
Yeah. Next on my list.
This is the Jack Pinchuk hour. I'm just having a good time dealing with real life shit while we're sitting here.
Wonderful. All right.
Gives me more time to delay the inevitable.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll just keep talking. My next pick is a movie I watched late last night called Madam Curry, which didn't win any awards, but it got a picture nomination, and it got Walter Pidgeon and Greer Garson actor and actress nominations. They legit tried to make Mrs. Miniver with scientists. I'm not kidding. The tagline for this movie is Mr. and Mrs. Miniver back together again. Look it up on Letterboxd. They've got Henry Travers in this movie as well. Dame Mae Whitman or May Whitey, I don't know, Whitty, I don't care. And Greer Garson, Walter Pidgeon. Honestly, Greer Garson gives a great performance, a very strong performance, but there's nothing. Once again, it's very well directed. It's got a lovely score, but it's a bit of a slog at points. But it's interesting enough, and the performances are good enough where you don't hate your life. So, where's Madame Curry? There it is. Yeah. Oh, it's about the two people that discovered radium is what the movie is about. So I think put it somewhere between The More the Merrier and Kitty Foyle. Where do y'all want to put it?
None of us saw the movie.
Okay, well, I'll put it just below Kitty Foyle, because I think that's decent enough. Next movie is The Song of Bernadette, which won Best Actress, and honestly, not a terrible win. I'll say that it's not a terrible win. Jennifer Jones gives a solid, very quiet, soft-spoken performance, but against Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca, which she wasn't nominated for, but also Ingrid Bergman in another movie, which I'll get to next. Not great. Ingrid Bergman is far and away the better performance in that film, or in that year. But I've got no serious complaints about Jennifer Jones winning Best Actress. It's about a young woman who sees a beautiful quote, a beautiful woman is what she says by the town's dump, and she goes back like a week later, sees her again, and the woman asks her to come back for 15 days, and the townspeople, this is like in 18 whatever, I can't remember what country, France, I think. The townspeople assume she sees the Virgin Mary. It's a very Catholic movie. It's interesting. It's got some interesting elements, some interesting performances. It's got a really fun earlier performance from Vincent Price, who's in it. Honestly, pretty good movie. I didn't hate it.
Hey Jack, how gay is it?
Not incredibly gay.
That like opening log line sounds really gay. And he enters Catholics in it, which is either a really gay or not gay at all.
Not gay enough.
Anyway, so with that, I think we put it just about.
Oh wait, is the song? Oh, never mind. I thought you had the Song of Bernadette in last. I was like, is it the worst thing you watched?
Oh no. I think it goes. Here's the thing: 1943. I didn't see a bad movie for this week. Very next one is the movie that Ingrid Bergman was actually nominated for. It's called Whom the Bell Tolls, and it's about the Spanish Civil War. It's a very interesting film. It's got Gary Cooper in a great Oscar-nominated performance. It's almost 3 hours long. Doesn't feel it. I didn't feel the runtime. I had a pretty good time with it. I've got no real issues with the movie. It's got the woman who I can't remember her name in it. Shit. She plays a woman named Pilar. I think she's really fun. She's got some great cutting lines, some great dialogue in it. She's a good Best Supporting Actress win, I think. Say what you will about the rest of the film. Say it's too long. Say you don't care. I don't know. She's a good performance in the film. Ingrid Bergman is great, and Gary Cooper is also great. Also, quite good is what's his name? It's Akeem. Damn it, where'd he go? Best Supporting Actor, Akeem Tamiroff. He's nominated. He plays Pablo in this movie. He's he gives a really strong performance, and yeah, it's a good time. I've got no real issues with this movie. I think we put it just below Cleopatra. For there it is. Goodness. Cleopatra, where are you at? There we go. All right. Now we get to the second best movie, or actually no, the best extra credit film I saw for this week. It's getting 4.5 stars for me. It's a short 70-some minute Western. It's the Oxbow Incident with Henry Fonda.
I wanted to watch this one. It sounds really
Westerns
good.
are stupid.
It is really good. It's
Sounds
directed
really
by
good.
William A. Wellman, who directed Wings. It is a really tight screenplay. It's got incredible performances. The story is the people of the small town believe that this farmer, this cattle farmer, has been shot and killed, and some cattle of his have been stolen. So they form a mob and they go to lynch whoever killed this farmer. And Henry Fonda is one of the two guys that rides into town, and they suspect him of being a rustler. So in order to avoid any more suspicion, he joins the mob, and honestly, this is what I can't think of his fucking name right now. It's who directed the 2 new Halloween movies?
David Gordon Green.
David Gordon Green. Thank you. I knew it would start with D. This is what David Gordon Green wishes he was able to do with Halloween Kills for like mob mentality. It's very powerful. The performances in it are all great. I love this film. It's a solid 4.5 star film for me. It should have Henry Fonda, and it should have got acting nominations. It got none. It should have got a director nomination. It didn't.
It was literally just a picture, wasn't it?
For above the line categories, I think so. I don't know if it got a screenplay nomination at all.
I don't think it did.
It's fantastic. I 100% recommend y'all watch it. Totally worth your time.
Yeah, the Oxbow Incident was literally just nominated for Best Picture and nothing else.
That's sad.
It's also, technically speaking, I think the second shortest movie nominated for Best Picture ever. I think because I watched the shortest movie ever nominated for Best Picture. It was called She Done
That's
It Wrong.
right. She Done It Wrong. I want to put this
An
high.
hour and 6 minutes.
I want to put this really high for why in God's name is Suspicion that high?
Because it's great.
It's
Sound
something.
like it.
It's better than Rebecca.
Honestly, I don't know how high y'all are willing to let me go with this.
Only 20. Actually, no, only 30. Fuck
Bring
that.
up the list, and I'll tell you where I'm allowing you to stop.
Okay, right. I forgot the list wasn't up. I was already scrolling. Here we go. Right now, this is where I stopped when you told me to bring up the list.
I would be okay with below Suspicion. That's as high as I'm allowing you to go. Because I can't. Because, like, if you were like, oh, number one and none of us have seen it, I, like, literally could not in good conscience be like, oh, you're going to override Mr. Smith Goes to Washington without any of us seeing
No,
it.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not insane.
I think
I will. You know what? I'll let you put it at 10. I'll let you go above Grapes of
yeah.
Wrath. I'll let you go above Grapes of Wrath. I don't
Cool.
care enough about Grapes of Wrath. I'll stop at 10. Like, I can't let you put it above Skippy, personally.
Okay, I'm fine with this. And if you watch it by next week, I'd be very happy if you did, because I think you'd put it higher as well. Actually, I don't know, because you don't really like Westerns very much. However, we do have a new number. We do have a new top 10 for Westerns. Oxbow Incident slides in the 10 spot, Skippy 9, and so on and so forth up. Y'all know it. All right. That is extra credit. And with that,
Cool.
let's get to the ratings.
I'm going last.
I don't know.
Last
Are you
already.
sure we have nothing else? There's
Yeah,
no
we have the Top Gun bit. We need to know.
Yeah,
we-
Oh,
is this
that's
better
right.
than Top Gun
Alex, hit the
Maverick?
song!
It's not Alex,
This
it's
isn't my
song.
song, is it?
Oh yeah, it is.
No.
I thought you said Danger Zone. That was it.
No, that's not Alex.
Highway to the Caleb Zone.
Welcome back to Is It Better Than Top Gun Maverick? The podcast where we discuss, is this movie better than Top Gun Maverick? Is this movie better than Top Gun Maverick? Jack Pinchuk.
Yes.
Spence.
No.
Alex.
You're an idiot.
No.
Casablanca definitively not better than Top Gun Maverick, everybody. Top Gun Maverick still better
Jack,
than every
pull
Best
up the
Picture
list.
winner so far.
Pull up the list.
I can't
believe
yet
it.
because we haven't ranked it in our
I
Best
believe
Picture
it.
winners.
I believe that it is officially Top Gun Maverick is better than Casablanca is the opinion of this show, I believe.
That
Officially.
is
Yeah.
not the opinion of.
Yeah, it
The
is.
opinion of Picture This Top Gun Maverick better than Casablanca. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about the rankings now, because I think that's everything. Is that everything we have? I think that's everything we have.
Yes. All right.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go first because I'm either the lowest or to have the most reasonable opinion. Nope, no clues. All right, I gave it a whole 4 stars. This doesn't work as a romance movie, and everywhere I see has it listed as a romance drama war movie. And you know what? 2 out of 3 of those make sense. The romance bit doesn't work, and I think that's a huge part. Also, Humphrey Bogart, discount Clark Gable. We'll now go next to Adelaide Spence.
Based, Alex. 4.5. So, I want to preface this. I used to be in the exact same camp Alex is, and I still am to an extent. But on my 4th fucking watch, it took me that long, I've gotten over it. And I can really just take in the film for what it is when you're not viewing it as like a romance. It's just an incredibly well-told story with some really rich world building. And I think that Ingrid Bergman gives one of the best lead actress performances of all time. Flat out. I think her scene, listening to As Time Goes By, is one of the single greatest moments of acting ever put to film. Still not perfect, but it's damn good.
Tell you what, Spence. We'll go to. Well, actually, Matthew had this at 4.5. Matthew had this at the same
Yeah.
rating.
All right, Jack, what's your rating?
My rating. This is in my top 50 movies of all
Yeah.
time.
Excellent.
It's a 5-star film. I love. the
You're gonna
hell-
have to talk for a while. I'll be back in a minute.
I love the hell out of this film. Humphrey Bogart, y'all call him discount Clark Gable. I get it. I disagree. I think he gives a solid performance in this. And I think Humphrey Bogart's like detached kind of demeanor just on screen really works for this character. I think him as Rick in Casablanca and him as Rick in Paris with Ilsa, 2 completely different performances, and they both work perfectly. I think this is a perfect movie. I have no flaws in it. I think Claude Rains phenomenal as Rousseau, or whatever his name is. I can't remember right now. I think.
Fake fan.
Shut the fuck up. I'm tired. It's been a long day. You don't
Top
speak.
50.
Anyways,
Yeah. No, I think that the Rick character comes off as entirely too detached, even when his ex comes back into the picture. He's like not excited about it. Even when he's like, no, even when he is excited about it, he's like, could take it or leave it. You never know. And I think that really kind of hurts the performance, especially when you have like, I think I agree with Spence. This is like one of the great performances of all time in Ingrid Bergman. Just like dazzling. She makes him look so uninteresting because she's really like going all out to try and sell like this tragic past, this doomed relationship. And then here he is like, mm-hmm. Have you tried neutrality though? I think you'd like it. Like he get like I get it. I get the performance. I'm kind of, and this is like a product of like the last decade that we watched. I'm really over cool performances. Like, give me that acting shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to see John Wayne. Like, I don't want to see like, oh yeah, tough out, cool, awesome.
The
tough
only
cowboy.
so Bogart can be a really boring actor. And I think the reason this works so well is because that his type of performance is built into the character of Rick.
No, I get it, and I don't think it like.
However,
If I have to, the problem is he's the lead. Like if this is Ingrid Bergman traveling around and she just happens to stop at Rick's, that's one thing. But we spend like the first a significant amount of time with Rick before we ever get to, like, when the guy shows up and he's like, "I've got 2 tickets to Freedom Town," and he's like, "Hold on to these, I'm getting arrested." He's like, like, it's not.
Anyway.
It's fine. I think it's a significant doc, and I think that also this movie is a little like generically. That's not right. Confused. It's just a little bit neat. But I do think it's really good. I think the movie overall is very good. The lighting of this movie, when did we lose? I can't wait to figure out what year it happened in the Oscars, where we like lost that shot of like the camera is like here and like the lights are shining down on the actress's face and they're just like, please.
Specifically
like,
the shot of Ingrid Bergman listening to As Time Goes By.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyway, as I was saying, I think
Gorgeous.
this movie works perfectly. I think the screenplay is one of the best ever written. I love Ingrid Bergman. I cannot speak highly enough of Ingrid Bergman in this movie. She should have won Best Actress for this. Instead, she was nominated for Whom the Bell Tolls, and I talked about that earlier.
This is an Alicia Vikander level of bullshit.
What?
She should have been nominated for Ex Machina.
Damn right! God!
Anyways, this film is perfect. I love the hell out of it. This is one of my favorite films ever made. I think the dueling anthem scene where with the German anthem and the Le Marseillaise, I think that scene is perfect. I love it so much. It sends chills down my spine every time. This is one of my favorite films ever made, and I could watch this endlessly. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's gonna go higher in my top 100 right now.
Coho, I know you're just back there. We need you to wrap the show up.
No, Coho, get your ass in here. And
Coho's was taking a job.
I will say something that was like unexpected. It was really pleasant. Was like the amount of humor that was in the movie, because like there's a lot of there's like a lot of dramatic tension that's like cut by like the guy that's running around stealing from everybody. That's really funny. That happens a few times, and then when the cop comes by to like shut down the club, and he's like, "By the way, here are your winnings," and he's like, "Oh, thank you." Anyway. Yeah, we finally found out that you were gambling in here. You can't do that. I thought that was like it's all like really good, like just really good humor, to like balance out the whole "hey,
Anyway,
Nazis are in town" kind of vibe.
After this watch, I think I've settled on number 28 of all time for me for Casablanca.
Sure. You're insane.
That perfectly goes toward your principles.
I will say, I won't say what it's above, but on this rewatch, it moved up 10 spots in my Best Picture ranking.
What's it below?
I don't want to say.
Why?
Because
Tell us
You're gonna do a top 100?
On the fucking show of Best Picture winners, I should save my opinions of the Best Picture winners.
Why? Who watches the show? I mean,
And
Bar's gonna be mad at you. We already did the Yankee Doodle Dandy thing. Like,
it is below 3 classic films, and that's what I'll say.
Okay, what 3 classic films?
Go
does
fuck
SpongeBob
yourself.
Rated 4.5 stars or higher.
It's 3 classic films and 11 non-classics.
kind of just want to
Alright.
talk about Lucia Vikander
Ho-ho.
for Next Machina now.
Get your ass in
Yo,
here,
Ex
'cause
Machina-
right now.
Caleb Boatman just watched it for the first time, and I feel so happy for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Just
Yeah.
watch what for the first
Good
time?
for you, Glenn Coco.
Ex Machina,
Oh yeah.
the
I
best
haven't
Alex
seen it.
Garland movie. Yeah, I said it.
I haven't seen Men, but I'm probably right.
Huh?
I haven't seen Men, but you're probably right.
No, I'm right.
Yeah, I still haven't seen any Alex Garland movies.
Hey, we should watch Ex Machina.
Let's do it right now.
No.
We're gonna do a podcast for the
Pull up
podcast. We're just gonna
the-
watch a movie.
Pull up a stream, somebody.
No.
Honestly, if Go's not back within like a minute, we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna rank it. It's just the three of us, and then we're just gonna. It's set once we do that because this show's gone 40. You know what? Let's just bring up the list.
Okay,
There it is.
Hold you.
so I apologize. Don't eat tacos.
Hey, what were you doing?
Yep. Yeah.
Don't
He was taking a bad shit.
Don't eat tacos when you're only 4 days into recovery from gallbladder surgery. Did not go well. Anyway,
I don't know.
He literally shit his guts out.
what are we talking about? Casablanca? Is that the movie we're talking about?
What's
Yeah,
your rating,
Your
Ko?
rating. Time for your rating.
Okay.
Ko, just hold up the whiteboard. Hold up the whiteboard with it.
There's no easy way to say this. I think it's the worst movie we watched for Best Picture. I give it a half star. I think it's atrocious. I think Ingrid Bergman is like not that good. I think that Humphrey Bogart is like really bad. Peter Lorre's okay. So in reality, I give it 5 stars, and I think it's the best movie we've watched.
What? No.
Yeah.
Shocker.
In reality, this is
Huh?
5 stars. I think this is the best movie I've watched for the show. For Best Picture. This is, if I rewatched this, I genuinely think this would be in my top 100. On 2 watches. I went into this with like very like tempered expectations of like, I'm probably not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this because people are like, oh, greatest romance, greatest war, greatest whatever, and like, I don't have any complaints. Like, I genuinely don't have really any complaints or issues with the movie enough to affect it from a 5-star rating. I think that the script is like really, really, really good. Like really good. I think that like it's just a marvelous script. Every line and character is so well drawn. In a way, in a very limited, like, this is not a long movie. This movie goes really quick. And like, I feel like I'm in a fully fleshed out, realized world in a fully formed reality with characters that have like lived full lives that I don't know about, with really like adult intense relationships with each other. I think it's great. I love the intrigue of the World War II being just like a minor note in the background, but it affects everything. I think that's a great touch. There's a lot of great like political intrigue, criminal intrigue, romantic intrigue. I think that Humphrey Bogart is really good in this part, but I don't think I like Humphrey Bogart as an actor. Like, I've only seen him in like 2 things, and he's done the same thing in both things. So my guess is Humphrey Bogart is not a good actor. He's just like Humphrey Bogart. But yeah, I think that it's great. Arguably a perfect film. Some incredible dialogue. Every time the lines happen, I'm like, oh man, that's what that line means. And it's even better now that I know what it means. We'll always have Paris is like actually like just like an incredible line. It's like an incredible line when you know everything behind it. I love If All the Gin Joints and All the World She Had Walk in Mine. Played Against Sam. All those great lines.
As time goes by.
Also, underrated.
As time goes by is not in my top 6 favorite things about this movie, but it's good.
Underrated performance in this film. Dooley Wilson as Sam. I love Sam.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Sam's great. I think Claude Rains is good. No, Bar, I guess I've seen 3 now because I forgot he was in Sabrina. There you go. Fuck you. I've seen Maltese Falcon. Get off my dick. But I think this is an incredible movie. I've seen Sabrina, Bar. I watched it for you.
In 6 weeks, we should watch In a Lonely Place, which was supposed to be Bogart's best performance, maybe even only good one.
I don't know. I'm excited to watch African Queen.
I'm excited to watch Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
I'm also excited to watch Asphalt Jungle. Anyway, there's a lot of things he does coming up where I'm like, I'm interested in the movie, but I don't know if I'm interested in him. I'm actually entirely on Alex's side now that he says it, that like Clark Gable would have probably been a better choice. Like, Clark Gable's just like a great actor at doing his one thing, and I think his one thing would have fit this movie really well, even if I think Bogart's one thing also probably fits that character maybe a little bit better. I also just am really into the idea of Clark Gable and Ingrid Bergman as a couple. Very cute.
Do you understand though, from my perspective, watching it and being like, "Oh shit, this is like," I actually disagree. I think that it actually paces a little slower than you might think. Like I watched it with Jack, and I was like, "Oh," every now and then I would have to check. I wonder how much is left.
Okay. See, I didn't.
You can't imagine my
right
confusion
there.
being like, "Oh shit, a
sat it.
war movie. We're gonna be here just on tension alone. Oh my god, the first 30 minutes are blah without."
See,
Ingrid
the thing
Bergman.
that I did is I threw out literally every descriptor I've heard of this movie going in. Like the thing is, I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about Casablanca as a movie. I know the lines, and that's it.
Yeah.
I know the papers are the piano, and I know the song as time goes by, and I know the trivia things, but nothing about the movie. And then the lines. And so, like, for me, I threw out. I had heard it called The Great Romance. I threw it out. I heard it was called The Great War Movie. I threw it out. I literally just went. I heard it was called Scott Thinks It's the Greatest Script Ever Written. I threw that out. Like, I threw everything I'd heard about the movie out, and I went, I'm literally going to be laying in that bed, watching on that TV with my phone under my covers, and just watch the movie for an hour and 43 minutes and just take it in for better or worse. And if it is really bad, I will come on this show and make sure people know that I think it's really bad. But I was pleasantly surprised that it held up, that it lived up to the hype for me. I really loved it. It's magical. I will probably rewatch it soon. I was going to rewatch it before the show, and then I just watched way many other things.
Yeah. I'd rather watch Leatherheads.
Hey, Leatherheads is a good ass movie.
I want to put this number one.
I vote number
It
one.
was me. I was the enemy all along.
Number one.
I vote number one.
Overwhelmed. Get fucked.
It's better than It Happened One Night, like through and through. So.
Yes. Thank God we have a correct number one here.
Claude Rains.
And next week, going my way, we'll beat it. Let's go.
Claude Rains is very good. Who did win supporting actor?
Charles Coburn didn't deserve it. Anywho,
what's the average rating for this one then?
The amount of times that Claude Rains lost Best Supporting Actor to someone who didn't deserve it right now is twice.
Our average rating for this film, 4.6.
Sick.
This is the highest rated film for us so far, and I am so happy.
As it should be.
Sure would be weird if one of us just changed it to 2. You know what? It's fine. We're gonna
Bar Charles Coburn.
Alex, you know that of all the people,
and his performance is fun, but it's not Claude Rains and Casablanca.
I need it known on record that of all the people on the show, the one who I love agreeing with most is Alex. Like when me and Alex are in sync, it's the most fun I have on the show. So like this entire
that's why I asked. I could see like the first 30 minutes of you being like, where are we going with this? Like if you indeed do everything out, like this had to carry in the back half for you. Because like Rick is not interesting at first.
He's not. No. Actually, I'll completely back you up on that. Rick is not an interesting character, but the world around Rick is so well done and so like good that like I completely am like invested in what's happening. Rick is the means to an end of everything else around him, which I'm more interested in.
I get it.
What else? That's how I view Rick. I don't really view Rick as being too important as a character. I'm not like invested in his pain at all, but that's because I'm not invested in Humphrey Bogart's performance like at all.
Sure.
Humphrey Bogart is if anyone remembers the Looney Tunes dog that just has the super droopy eyes.
His name's Droopy.
Yeah, okay, Droopy. He's the Looney Tune Droopy. If you remember Droopy, that is Humphrey Bogart. Like as a fucking character in everything. He's just Droopy from Looney Tunes. So like he's that in Maltese, he's that in
So Boatman, just to get caught up. Coho hated Casablanca, thinks it's like bottom 3 best picture winners. And Humphrey Bogart's a shit actor. We don't like him in anything.
It's true.
But no, I think that on the whole, Casablanca fucking rules. And I came to the party very late, but I'm glad that the party is existing.
Dope.
Hell yeah. All
Well,
right.
it was me. I Spence this week. I said all the negative things.
Who would have been better, Bogart, Gable, or Cary Grant? Of those three, I take Gable. I think
Gable.
Gable would have been the best actor in this part.
It would have been 5 stars if Clark Gable was in it. If Clark Gable was in it,
I
and he was
genuinely
looking at
think
it
Clark
differently-
Gable would have been better casting than Humphrey Bogart.
Honestly, I would have been fine with Clark Gable, but I think Humphrey Bogart's detached just persona works for this character. I
Yeah,
think-
Cary Grant's not a Rick. As great of an actor as Cary Grant is, he has too much energy to be Rick. Whereas Clark Gable could give me... I think Clark Gable is a much better actor than Humphrey Bogart, even though both are very much like we have a niche that we like to stick to. And I think, but Clark Gable has a lot more nuance to his niche. Everything he says, every smarmy, smirky thing he says has like an undercut of like, please like me. Like everything he says is like a little bit like he just wants to be liked, but he knows people like him, but he doesn't know if they really like him. And that's how every character goes. So I absolutely think that he would have.
Oh,
That's wait, no, flip him. Have Claude Rains be him. That's way better.
Claude Rains be what?
Have Claude Rains be Rick.
No!
no.
Absolutely the
Absolutely
fuck not.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely not.
And this is proof why Adelaide Spence should never be a casting agent in Hollywood.
This is why
Claude Rains is enormous
Muting me
eyes.
won't.
Hi, Ingrid Bergman.
Claude
No.
Rains should not be a like
Fuck that.
leading romantic lead. Sorry.
What are we doing next week, y'all?
I'm
Oh,
watching
right.
every movie that's not Since You Went Away for Best Picture.
Oh, cool.
So coming soon. I have to change this.
Coming
Holy
soon
shit.
to own.
1 second. Stall for a
On
minute.
Blu-ray and DVD.
Stall for a minute.
What?
I just have to. I have
Stall,
to-
yeah.
Going my way.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby's Oscar win. We're gonna see if it's deserved. And we're also gonna see for the first time someone nominated in Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor for the same performance.
What?
Barry Fitzgerald, for Going My Way, nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor for the exact same performance, for which he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar.
Dope.
So that's a weird stat that we are going to cross off the list. Other things we're going to see. We're going to see Wilson, the biopic about Woodrow Wilson. We are going to see Double Indemnity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I will be rewatching. I will be rewatching Double Indemnity to see if my opinion on the film has changed at all. And that's it. Besides Since You Went Away, because Since You Went Away is whatever. But that's all 4 movies nominated for Best Picture.
Then we have The Lost Weekend, which is my favorite of the.
No one
40
bit. No one bit on the joke. Fuck you.
No,
all.
I get it. I get the joke.
Fuck you all.
I get the joke. I just didn't want to let you have. I let you have all the other jokes. Gaslight is also next week.
No, it's not.
You know what? Maybe it isn't.
No, it's not.
I don't have a list up or anything.
Gaslight's not a Best Picture nominee. It's not even a movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
We'll
Lost
have
Weekend.
a Gaslight next week, unless we don't. Maybe. Matthew Chen might be here. I don't know. Oh, that's
No,
what we can do. You know what we didn't do at the start of the show?
God, Boatman, I love the delay of Boatman's comments where he goes, "Yes, it is. Gaslight was nominated." Oh,
Why are you muting me?
so, Pride Month is over. We can.
Jack is also Jack has no grounds.
The Lost Weekend, which I can't wait to watch and have it actually not live up to the hype. The best years
So
of our lives.
We're at the point where like every single one of the years is going to be like 5 nominees. Are we just all going to be more active
No.
in the extra credit? Because I know I won't be.
Well, I will probably be more extra credit active again. Because when it's 5, it's a lot easier. Because it's just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, bam, 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 bam. But I will watch all 5 or 4 of the 5 next week, and then I'll.
Thank you, Boatman. Wilder does not miss.
I know he doesn't, but that's the thing that
Lost
Jack, why are you
Weekend
popping
is
off
going-
over a popular opinion getting supported?
Boatman. Listen, Wilder does not miss, but Jack also only misses. So we're at a crossroad. We are at a
If
crossroad.
I only look,
An impasse, if you will. a battle of the immovable force and the unstoppable object. It's going to be that principle done in real time. It will it be which principle is stronger? That Wilder does not miss or that Jack is wrong? And I guarantee you it will be that Jack is wrong.
Jack is like a drunk man going to the bathroom. He only misses.
Best years of our lives.
I want him expelled. The best years of our lives.
Of our
Checkmate, bitch.
lives. I
Okay, you
can't
can
wait
be
to
wrong.
watch Best Years of Our Lives and go, man, It's a Wonderful Life was right there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna watch it on call and
I
record
still
and
haven't seen It's
upload
a
a
Wonderful
video. of
Life.
it.
I'm probably gonna watch it off call so I can have that experience for myself. Anyway,
What, Bar? You said my name. Why? Why do you want
Cool.
me?
So I guess there's only really one thing left to do, and that is to
Oh,
yell
what
at
else
Matthew
is
Chen.
nominated for rest? Hold on, what else do we have this year, this decade? It's because at this point we're almost at the end of the decade. It's Gentleman's Agreement, Hamlet, and all the
we're
Kings.
not even halfway through.
We're
the
not
decade.
halfway through this.
Yeah, we
No,
are.
we're
We're
not.
basically there.
No,
We're
43.
We're basically there.
43.
Going my way, Lost Weekend, Best Years of Our Lives, Gentleman's Agreement, which I'm not looking forward to, Hamlet, which I don't want to watch, and All the King's Men, which I've seen half of. Yeah. Anyway, that's excellent. Gonna be an okay decade so far.
Gonna be. Find a movie for Matthew Chen, everyone.
Oh shit.
I don't want to do that though.
I might just yell about Casablanca to be perfect.
I said I didn't finish All the King's Men, bitch. I said I've seen parts of.
Go always finishes.
I did.
Anyway, is that it? Do I play the outro?
No, we have to yell at Matthew Chen about his
Oh yeah,
movie.
yell at Matthew Chen about something.
I thought we forgave him because he was feeding us information.
No.
Okay, well, how long are we yelling then?
I'm just gonna yell at him about Hall H stuff. I'm gonna be honest with him. I'm just gonna yell about Hall H and how he didn't deserve to be there.
Oh boy, there it is. That's what we're gonna yell about. All right,
And
we're
wait
gonna
to go
put...
every time Jack exposed himself on call.
All right, Jack did expose the alcohol. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
Set the timer.
Hang on. Okay, we got 23 seconds on the clock, and we're gonna go in 5, 4 now. Licorice.
How the hell did you get into Hall H?
Should I even leave?
You're not even telling us about Ant-Man. You were the worst person to be there because you know what you didn't do? You didn't write down
An intimate look at two
trailer
characters.
breakdown.
Sounds really
I don't like
boring.
looking
Tell
at
us,
intimate
and
looks.
I should have been there so I could hear Ken.
That's
Did
not
I
cool.
kill you
Sure.
before?
Can't believe
Film
I didn't have to say that.
it on your phone next
Toilet,
time.
maybe.
Film it on your phone. What
That's
are you
crazy.
good for?
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
nothing.
Anyway, from all of us, just you, always remember the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer kicks ass, and you haven't
Yes,
seen
it
it
does.
enough times yet.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gonna be all right. Bye.
That was the wrong one.
Come on!
Nope.
Come on!
Bye.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
We're hiring a new producer.
This
Yeah.
shit
Damn
absolutely
you.
sucks.
Yeah.